The question is to Mike Tomlin, what are the keys that you focus on with Brock Purdy when there hasn't been a lot of tape?
It's less specifically about Brock Purdy and it's more about how Kyle Shanahan chooses to utilize his quarterback within the schematics of what it is that he does. And so whether it's Purdy or Darnold or Garoppolo or anyone that, Matt Ryan or his days in Cleveland, we just see very similar things in terms of their approach to football. It's very quarterback friendly. It doesn't put them in a lot of adverse circumstances. It keeps them on schedule. And in doing so, it minimizes the potential for negativity. It's a great platform, particularly for a young guy to play and gain experience. And I think it's reflective of Purdy's journey a year ago and their collective journey a year ago. But I imagine his growth and development in that experience has him and them ready to take another step, just like we are with our young quarterback.
A lot of stuff stood out there.
Well, when a guy's not on a team, you ain't going to spend 1 second watching them. But is there a chance that they didn't? Have they watched one tape of Trey Lance in the Steeler building?
No. Why would they?
Yeah, be a waste of their time.
Two things stood out to me. One, he goes straight to Darnold. He's like, Purdy, Darnold. So there, he knows Kyle well. Then he mentions Matt Ryan. Oh, he mentions Jimmy, then Matt Ryan, then the guys in Cleveland. Manziel? Coach Manziel. I don't know what the guys in Cleveland means. But clearly what he's saying is this is more about the coach than it is about the player. And maybe it's evolving into the being about the player. But it's about the coach. It's about the coach.
Every single person that talks about this offense, quarterback friendly, quarterback friendly, quarterback friendly. And one quarterback just couldn't figure it out. Quarterback friendly, quarterback friendly. As Mike said, they throw short and run long. Right. Yeah. That's the way he described it earlier in that press conference. Throw short and run long. And he knows these guys, right? There were some crossover. Kyle was in Tampa. He mentioned Forrester was in Tampa. It's weird. There's these weird connections.
Coached a lot of ass kickers, he said about Kasarik.
Of Gruden that, I do think a big picture thing with this team is going to be, to me, the Trey Lance thing is kind of dead. Right, that it's just they threw it to the trash.
On another team,
yeah. But I do think the Kyle quarterback conversation, until he just has a guy that he works with for 7 straight years, it's just always going to be a league story, always going to be something. The Darnold situation, I think he mentions Darnold because I don't think we're alone out here. I think the league talks about he likes this guy, man. And listen, they've, especially a veteran coach, they've all had their moments with a late drafted guy that had a moment. If he doesn't sustain it, and Tomlin's big on this, doing it over and over and over again, he will pivot. Now, I believe in Purdy. I think he's going to look good. I don't know necessarily, and this game's going to be hard. I think when the dust settles, the Cowboys, the Niners, if they get Bosa in, the Steelers, these are the top 3 or 4 teams that are going to be the number 1 defense in the league. If you tell me he throws 180 yards and it's a 17-13 type game, that's on the table. But you said it. You're the first person that I ever heard say it is don't expect some fucking long 9-inning Nolan Ryan leash here, because that is just not going to be the case. No. Now, I'm not saying it would have been Trey Lance 2022 lease with Jimmy, but the ship ain't going down with one quarter. This is not the Chiefs. This is not the Bills. That's not the way it's going to be treated. It will not be treated that way. And he'll just go this guy will just be the backup now, if it gets weird.
And he could come back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have random quarterbacks contracts, right? Yep.